What's holding you back? What's your excuse? Is it fear, doubt, lack of resources? Today, we shatter those excuses and ignite a fire within you. We all face obstacles. We all have moments of doubt. But what separates those who succeed from those who don't? It's not talent. It's not luck. It's the relentless pursuit of greatness. Because if you're still breathing, you still have a chance. We all have reasons to give up. But what if I told you that your excuses are the only thing standing between you and greatness? Meet Nick Vujicic. Born without arms and legs, Nick faced unimaginable challenges from the moment he entered this world. His own mother couldn't bear to hold him at birth. He was bullied, ridiculed, and told he would never amount to anything. Nick had every reason to give up. A man who was born without arms and legs. Can you imagine facing the world with such a monumental challenge right from birth? But this man didn't let that stop him. Nick Vujicic, a name synonymous with resilience and inspiration. Born with tetra amelia syndrome, Nick had to face the harsh realities of a world that often judges people based on their physical appearance. He was bullied, he was mocked. There were times he felt utterly hopeless. Life presents us with various challenges, and it's up to us how we respond. We can't allow obstacles to define our lives.
And you'll have bad days, but you will always learn something more or something new, and you will learn more overall on bad days than good days. You will learn more about yourself, you'll learn more about relationships, you'll learn about life and principles, and it'll build your character. If you're a person who wants, let's say, improve on your character of patience, let's say, don't complain when you're waiting in a line. You ain't going to grow in patience until you're put in a place to wait. It's like you go into a gym and, you're walking through the front doors and, you tell your wife or your husband, I'm going to the gym. You go into the gym and you come in 3 feet and you do a U-turn and you ride out, I went to the gym. Ain't gonna do nothing. You gotta go in there. What are you gonna do? You gotta pick up the weights. You exercise the muscles that you want to build. I stand before you without arms and legs, but a very strong man because of the bad days in my life. You know how it is. If you didn't go what you've gone through, you wouldn't be who you are today. And I'm not belittling your pain, and don't worry, I've seen pain in my life, and I've seen not only in my life, but people's lives, and people say, well, at least I have no arms, no legs, and then what am I supposed to do?
As Helen Keller once said, optimism is the faith that leads to achievement. Nothing can be done without hope and confidence. Nick chose to live. He chose to fight. He chose to inspire millions around the world. He turned his greatest weakness into his greatest strength. But here's the turning point. Instead of succumbing to his circumstances, Nick chose to rise. He chose to see his limitations not as obstacles, but as opportunities. We all have choice to either go after our dreams or continue making excuses. But before you give yourself another excuse why you can't do it, remember the story of Nick Vujicic, disadvantaged from birth, but he still turned his struggles into success. What's holding you back? Fear, doubt, the opinions of others. To succeed, we shouldn't let our physical limitations and emotional state define us. Don't let the world tell you what you can or can't do. Nick decided to embrace life fully. He learned to swim, to write, to type, and even to play sports. He became a motivational speaker, touching millions of lives around the world with his story. His message: if I can do it, you can too. You have the power to change your story. You have the power to rise above your circumstances. You have the power to be unstoppable. The challenges in our lives are there to strengthen our convictions. They are not there to run us over.
What about the 10-year-old girl that was bought for $700 in Mumbai and kidnapped as a sex slave to have 350 clients before the age of 13, pregnant at 12, put the baby under the bed while she works on top, abandoned by her family? After she pays her debt of $700 after 3 years with her child, she leaves on the streets of Mumbai hoping for a new life. No family, no job, no food. Her baby needs food. She gets raped, beaten up on the street. She comes back to the only way that she knows how to make money. She goes back to the brothels. She gets pregnant at 15 the second time, and then that child dies, and at 20 years old, she comes up to me. Yes, I have met this woman. She comes up crying. She says, Nick, I just found out I've got HIV/AIDS. And I got fired for being a prostitute. What do you say to that?
So I ask you again, what's your excuse? Fear of failure? Fear of judgment? Lack of resources? Nick had every reason to make excuses, but he chose to find a way. And so can you. Every single one of us has the power to rise above our circumstances. The only thing standing between you and your dreams is the story you keep telling yourself about why you can't achieve them. Today, I challenge you. I challenge you to stop making excuses and start making changes. I challenge you to face your fears head on and take that leap of faith. Because if Nick can do it, so can you. Remember, it's not about how you start. It's about how you finish. It's not about the obstacles you face. It's about how you overcome them. Believe in yourself. Push through the pain. Embrace the journey. And never, ever let your excuses hold you back. The greatest disability is not having no arms and no legs. The greatest disability is your mind. Don't let your mind hold you back.
You may have arms and legs, but unless you know 3 things. Number 1, who are you and what your value is? Number 2, what is your purpose here in life? And number 3, what is your destiny when you're done here? If you don't know the answers of any of those 3 questions, you're more disabled than I.
So I ask you again, what's your excuse? The time to act is now. Ignite the fire within. Your journey to greatness begins today.